Last actor any of you were mistaken for. Does it ever happen?
Lucy Liu,
got one.
Gong Li, Z. I did Memoirs of a Geisha. 2 days, 3 days, I was mistaken for every one of them. It's okay.
Prepare your ears, humans. Happy, Sad, Confused begins now.
Hey guys, it's Josh here. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another edition of Happy, Sad, Confused. I'm about to take you to another live event we taped at the 92nd Street Y, and this one made my nerd heart very happy. It was Star Trek. It was a Star Trek event, guys. As I say, in the taping you'll see in just a moment, you know, I get to moderate a lot of things and host a lot of things, but it was Star Trek, really. Star Trek and Star Wars, not a unique story, when I was a little kid that got me so excited about movies and TV. And I went to the conventions here in New York City, and I stayed in line to get the autographs of all the stars. So anytime I get to host a Star Trek event, there's something special about it. So that's coming up. That's the main event in just a second. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Just want to say hello to you guys. Hope you all are doing well. I myself somehow managed to squeeze in like a 36-hour cold flu between like two events. I feel like everybody's sick, right? So it did not it did not elude me either. I came down pretty hard with a bad cold flu thing. But thankfully I rallied just in time for the Star Trek event. So anyway, long story short, I hope you guys are feeling all right where you are and you're evading whatever's going around. You might be able to hear in my voice, my nasally tones more so than ever. But I'm fine. I'm okay. Reminders. We have no events to mention right now, but there's always something cooking, and there are things cooking. So stay tuned for event announcements in New York and perhaps other places for Happy, Sad, Confused. As always, go to our Patreon page if you are so inclined, patreon.com/happy, sad, confused. You're going to get all the early access, the upcoming event announcements, ask a question of the stars, get autographed posters. Oh, I was going to show this. Speaking of Star Trek, got a couple of these. This is the entire cast of Star Trek Section 31. You want a Michelle Yeoh autographed poster? Yeah, that's badass. So go to Patreon. All the information is over there. But with annual memberships, we give away autographed posters from our events, and there are a ton of cool ones to choose from. So check it out, patreon.com/happy, sad, confused. That's about it. No other big updates. We've got some cool guests coming up. I'll just say it because, yeah, why not? Huy Quan, because he kind of makes a cameo. He does make a cameo in this episode. Taped a great episode with Huy, Academy Award-winning actor Huy Quan, starring in Love Hurts. So he is the sweetest man on the planet. You'll see. It's his second appearance on Happy, Sad, Confused. It's actually, as he reminded me, I didn't realize this at the time, his first appearance on Happy, Sad, Confused was his very first podcast. So he's got a special place in his heart for Happy, Sad, Confused, and that makes me very, very, very happy. Okay, so let's talk Star Trek for a second. This event was a live event at the 92nd Street Y in New York City. This was with the director of Star Trek Section 31, as well as the cast, Omari Hardwick, Rob Kazinsky, and Michelle frickin' Yeoh. I know. Let's hold on that for a second. Michelle Yeoh. I had never talked to Michelle before in my life, and I am pleased to report she is amazing. She is amazing. I love her so damn much. So chill, so cool backstage. Just really easy to talk to and disarming for the international global icon that she truly is. I fell in love with her. I mean, I was already in love with her, but she was fantastic. And you'll see in the conversation too. She's so charming and funny and self-deprecating. Loved her, loved her, loved her. 5 stars, Michelle Yeoh. Keep being you. This is a slight spoiler conversation. So Star Trek Section 31 is on Paramount Plus right now. So the best way to consume this conversation is check out the movie first. because there are some spoilers in here. So I want to give you some warning on that. This is a new kind of Star Trek movie. This is a little bit more of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Impossible, Ocean's 11 vibe. You'll see. It's a different vibe for a Star Trek thing, but we got to try new things, guys. I love my wholesome, classic Star Trek, but I also like to see new things. So give it a shot. Star Trek Section 31. It's on Paramount Plus. Check out that movie. And yeah, let's get right to it. Like I said, a little bit of a spoiler conversation, a lot of laughs, a lot of fun with this great, charming cast and director. Star Trek Section 31. Enjoy.
Welcome, everybody. Hi, 92nd Street Y audience. I'm Josh Horowitz. Welcome, guys. This is a live taping of my podcast, Happy, Sad, Confused, and it's also a very special night because we're technically opening night of Star Trek Section 31, guys. As we tape this in just a few hours, this movie, yes, this Star Trek movie, the first in many years, is going to be released on Paramount Plus, but this audience in New York City just got a sneak peek, and you guys liked it, I take it, yes? I'm so thrilled you guys are with us tonight. Look, I get to moderate a lot of things for 92nd Street Y and for my podcast, but anytime I get to do Star Trek, I'm going to be honest, it makes my inner geek heart really damn happy. Because I grew up a Trekkie, I went to Star Trek conventions, I was obsessed, and now to see Star Trek back in such a huge way with this amazing cast and crew, this is going to be fun. We're going to talk Star Trek tonight. What better way to spend an evening, right? Okay. So I want you guys to give a warm New York City welcome. Let's begin with the director of Star Trek Section 31, Olatunde Osunsanmi. Come on out, Olatunde! You're going to go over there? Please give a warm welcome to Rob Kazinsky, everybody. Rob! Omari Hardwick, come on out, Omari! And she is an Academy Award winner, she's an emperor, she is an icon. Michelle Yeoh is with us, everybody!
Is that Emily Gonzalez and Casey Rowe?
We have some extra cast members in the audience, too. We should give some love to, yeah. Big night. Congratulations, everybody. You guys have been making the rounds, but we're so privileged you're making the time to chat with us tonight. As I said, technically speaking, we're in the last hours. This movie is about to drop. How are you feeling as this first Star Trek film in 9 years comes out for the world?
Does it drop at midnight?
Well, yeah.
What, tonight?
Tonight. It's happening.
I don't know. You constantly hear 24th, don't you? And you think, well, I don't know, lunchtime? But no, it's like in 2 hours. Brilliant. I'm well excited.
Tonight is in midnight.
Yeah.
Comes 24th.
Well, I know, but I don't know why that didn't occur to me until exactly this moment.
Are you still? It's the 24th in London right now.
You know what? Yes, it is.
Maybe it
Yes.
already dropped in London.
Has it?
Maybe it dropped in another part of the world.
See what
Do you know what?
happens.
I think
I
This is
regret
what
my.
happens
I
when we're
regret the question already. God, guys. Here's what I'll say. Congratulations are in order on many fronts. I want to start with you, Michelle. Very big day. Congratulations on Star Trek Section 31, and we should also say Wicked. 10 Oscar nominations. I guess when it rains, it pours. This is a good day to be Michelle Yeoh, yes?
Yes, it's a very good day, I must say. I'm so blessed. First of all, let's start with Wicked, because today we had 10 nominations for the Oscars. I was only a little bummed that John M. Chu did not get nominated, and Alice Brooks, our DP, as well, because they really, truly did. We wouldn't be here without them, right? So how did that happen? Anyway, really, really happy for Cynthia and Ariana. They were like sobbing on the phone. We were all crying for all the best, good reasons, yeah. And then now with my amazing cast. Who's that dude over there? No! Because he doesn't normally look like that. He's wearing like shorts and flip-flops on set.
In Canada in winter.
True.
He looks like some
but now
surfer dude. And we're filming in Toronto, and you know how cold it can get there, right? But I'm so happy that I got to reprise my role, Philippa Jojo, and then get to work with these super talented actors, actresses. I wish Sam Richardson.
Yep.
I've never seen somebody can sweat on
On command.
True skill.
and Sven. Who else am I forgetting? Yes. So we had a lot of fun. When we walked onto set, we always put our faces out and put it on fun. So
So combining Star Trek and Wicked, is this a musical cast? Because I remember, Omari, you told me there was some karaokeing during production.
We did karaoke on set and off set. We also, just so you guys know, as much of a powerhouse as Michelle Yeoh may be, when I say Michelle, you say...
sounds like Jamie Lee Curtis
when
now.
When we did our unofficial rap party, it was Michelle's night to celebrate us all. She and her friends, her lovely friends, some of whom are here. And we got to go hang out with Michelle, and we did a moment of, I guess, flash dance meets what else? Dirty dancing. And there might have been a Michelle Yeoh flying in the air, landing across us. And so it was a very musical cast. It was a lot of fun. We were given permission to just let loose and remain lifted. And it's a testament to Michelle Yeoh. She is obviously very elegant, very classy, but she is a riot. And we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
And let's not forget that we got a Grammy-nominated member of the cast here as well.
That's right.
A lot of talent on this stage, to say the least. Look, I'm sure, you can't grow up on the planet Earth and not have Star Trek touch your life. I was saying to this audience how important it was to me growing up. Who's the biggest, who did Trek have the biggest influence on the stage growing up?
Yes, it may well be me, yes.
Scale of 1 to 10 dilithium crystals, how many did it?
20, 30, 40, 31. Look, I'm an autistic human being. I was diagnosed at 30, and if you have the privilege of having that spectrum disorder, you tend to fixate on things. And for me, it was Star Trek. And Star Trek has been my comfort blanket since I was 8 years old. And there's not a single episode that I don't mouth along with. There's not been a moment in my life where I'm not watching one of the shows. It has been the guiding force of morality and who I want to be and how I want the world to be since I was old enough to understand the concept of a world. Star Trek is it.
I would imagine each of you had that moment walking onto these sets where it's like, this isn't just another film or TV set. I'm in Star Trek.
Yeah.
What's that moment for you? Can any of you recall a I'm in Star Trek moment?
Yeah.
I probably had a pre-production, and it was just a phone call with, our director at the helm, steering the ship, and that being Olatunde. And we had a conversation just about all the historical meaning of what Star Trek has meant. To Rob's great point, Gene Roddenberry and family created a world in which, you draw a line in the sand and you stay on this side and or that side. And it invited in all misfits, all pariah, all outcast, all colors, shapes, sizes, sexual orientation, gender, religious affiliation, it didn't matter. And so when Tunde said to me, we have not had a lot of you with your face in the seat that I'm trying to put you in. When he said that to me, I thought, man, you got me at hello. And just for him to entrust in me that which obviously was entrusted upon and Avery Brooks, to LeVar Burton, to Nichelle Nichols and Zoe Saldana and Sonequa and on, Sam Richardson, while courting this opportunity as a fellow African-American man from Detroit, me from Atlanta, two chocolate cities, And for Tunde to go, bring some chocolate, bro, to this universe, that was a pinch me moment. Just the conversation with my director.
I mean, it's in the DNA of the show. It goes back to the original series. You mentioned Michelle. I believe wasn't it the first interracial kiss on network television with Star Trek? For you, Michelle, look, this goes back to Discovery. And I know you were brought on, but it wasn't necessarily to be on for season upon season. So give me a little sense of your history with the show and how much you willed this into existence. Because it sounds like we wouldn't have Section 31 if you didn't really say to Alex Kurtzman, make it happen.
Well, I'm not quite the nerd. Like the problem with me, I can hardly remember what I did last week. So let alone remember all the different episodes of things and movies that I love or TV series. But I did remember very, very clearly right from the start. I wanted to be Spock. I don't know why. I always wanted. I thought he was the coolest thing with the Vulcan pinch and the eyebrow. So when they came calling, I remember, like, Star Trek, yes, hell yeah. But of course, I'm very cool. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, tell me about it. And he goes, like, you're going to be like the captain. That's a big deal, right? It's not just you're going to be in the ship, being one of the, I don't know, carrying coffee around. And they said, you're going to be the captain. That sounded great already. They had me there, and they go, then I don't know why, something went, something sounds a little off here. So I said, you're not going to kill me, right? You're not going to kill me off. Then they went a little quiet, and they go, unfortunately, yes, but listen, okay, Captain Philippa Jojo dies in episode 2, I think.
That's right, episode 2.
What a run, though.
Oh, I know. She gets killed, but it's a very dramatic death. I don't care if it's dramatic or not. She dies, but she gets killed by the Klingon after a great fight. I'm like, seriously, guys? I don't want to be just a little bleep on the Star Trek world. I want to be part of the Star Trek family, and everybody will remember me forever and ever, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, no. Then they go, but wait, you come back. And I'm like, you get very skeptical. Yeah, everybody comes back in science fiction. They'd be cloning you, I don't know what. Then no, but when you come back, you really come back. Okay, that sounds intriguing. Why?
Well, spoiler warning, and this audience has seen it. He didn't make
He can
it.
come back.
He
That's
died.
what I'm trying
I'm
to
saying,
tell
yeah, he
you,
can come
see?
back. I was reassuring him
There are always
based on the
possibilities.
inspiration.
That's what's
We've got
fun
bits
story.
and pieces of you anyway. Yes. So, yeah, we'll be
Do you know what it's
making...
like to have the dream
just
job
keep your
presented
head.
to you and then they kill you?
She does.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
See, and then I came back. And the first thing, when you see her, you hear her say, don't you bow before your emperor? I thought that was like a rock-solid sentence. And then you see, and of course, my number one. Can you imagine the first episode, trudging down the sand dunes? 2 figures, they unveil themselves, and Sonequa, the most amazing Sonequa Martin Green. Right. It was like, I still find it difficult to say, but 2 minorities. How did we become minorities? I don't know, I'm Chinese, I can't believe I'm a minority anywhere in the world.
Touche.
Right?
Let's just talk numbers, guys, because...
But the most important thing was 2 women, the captain and her number one, and they're Star Trek. This is Star Trek. This is the essence of what Star Trek is about. So when we finished, I think we haven't even finished filming season 1, I met Alex. I called Alex Kurtzman, hey, let's have lunch. So yeah, of course, Alex is the nicest, sweetest, most patient guy in the world, apart from being an amazing director and storyteller and our Lord and Master. So I said to him, spin-off. He looked at me and was like, spin-off from what? Spin-off, Section 31, Philippa Jojo. And he's like, Oh, we haven't even launched Discovery yet. But I had the confidence. I thought, this is an amazing, the story, the character, so many stories to tell. So I hung on to it. And
Well, it has. I mean, it's taken years and different iterations,
yeah,
but
good things takes time,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I think
and
it
it's
speaks
worth waiting
also-
for, right? Otherwise, yeah.
That's right.
I'll say also it speaks volumes. I mean, you've never been more busy in your life. The opportunities, I mean, justifiably so that you have, and that you said, no, I still want to do this. This is important to me.
Absolutely, yes.
Tunde, talk to me. You've directed a lot of Trek. When this, like, how far back in this development process did you go? Because this was initially going to be a series. Were you involved then, or only when it turned into a movie? Give me a sense of how you got involved in this one.
Yeah, I received a phone call from Alex saying, hey, we're going to do a Section 31 pilot, and I'd love for you to direct it. And I thought, okay, great. And he told me a little bit about the conversation he had with Hugh, and that he's going to bring on Craig to write it, Craig Sweeney, who also wrote the movie. And we actually had two parallel rooms going. We had Section 31. We actually had a concept meeting on Section 31 while we were shooting the finale of season 2 of Discovery. So we were doing two at the same time. And then a million things happened, from COVID to, you name it, it happened. And there were a couple other iterations of the series. And then one day, Alex likes to call me and tell me stuff, so it's always something. And he says, we're going to do a movie. And I thought, oh, that is exactly the right way to approach this, given all the things that we were able to learn and excavate from setting up the series, picking out the most salient points. It just felt really right. And so I was attached to the movie, and we were able to get it done.
Rob, what's a Star Trek audition like versus other auditions? Is there anything different about auditioning for Trek?
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other audition, except you're 100% sure you're not going to get it. I was 100%. I was like, well, I mean, what are the chances that I'm going to be on my dream show? I mean, I'll make a bad tape. Who cares? I'm not going to make any effort. And I was in my gym gear. I looked like crap. I've still got it because I've been saving it, because I'm going to run it next to the scene that it ended up being, and boy, you're going to be like, how did you get the job? And then he's like, yeah, man, you nailed it. Oh, thank you very much. It came out a bolt out of the blue for me. Can I go back and just say one thing about Michelle Yeoh?
Here we go. Let's do it.
Get ready.
This is going to drop the bomb. When you win an Oscar, you're the most powerful person in the world, at your most powerful point in your life. And you can say, get me Spielberg. And he'll be like, yes, Miss Yeoh. And Michelle Yeoh, and she won her Oscar, she decided that the thing that she wanted to do most was this. Now, as a fan, as a fan, you want the things you love to be in the hands of people who love it as much as you do. And if that doesn't show that Michelle Yeoh and Tunde and all of these guys love Trek as much as we do, I mean, that made me feel so inspired that you did that, and I will forever be grateful that you did.
I think what's exciting about this, look, it honors Trek, but this is a different side of Trek than we've seen before, and I've seen a lot of Trek in my life. Talk to me a little bit about, creative touchstones. I would imagine stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Impossible, is that stuff mentioned in the creative development process or even on set when you're making this?
Yeah, sure, that stuff's mentioned, but, what was really interesting in coming up with the visual design for this was taking a look at, okay, we have a really fascinating, nuanced character in Philippa Georgiou. And what is Philippa Georgiou? She is unpredictable, she's fierce, she's got a bit of wild energy, she's learned kindness, and you take those emotions and those adjectives, and then you apply it to the visuals. And it's just the way that I approach directing and visualizing what a movie should be and what it should look like is you either take the what does the scene mean and what does the movie feel like, and or you go with the characters, and then you build out from that. And in this movie, as you saw, we have some very interesting characters, and it was really important to me that the visual design represent that. So what does that mean? It means that we now have snap zooms, zoom ins and outs for the first time in this modern era of Trek. It means we've got different colors, bold colors, that are very different from what we've seen on Disco or seen on Strange New Worlds or Picard. It means that we've got sets that have a bit more texture than what we would ordinarily see. Each of it going back to character and the emotion of the story.
I'm curious, like this, yeah, I mean, this is, I was going to say, as you were talking, I'm like, that makes perfect sense, because she's a flamboyant, big character, and yeah, and from the costume design, the set design, the camera moves, that reflects Philippa.
That's right, and you ripple that through every department. We mentioned Gersha, who's here in the audience, and she did all the costumes. And not only she'd done them in Section 31, she's done them on Discovery. And may I dare say, that has rippled through all of the live action, this era of Star Trek.
So, Michelle, do you have a lot of empathy for your character? We see more of the backstory in this. She comes from very dark beginnings, and I guess you can empathize to a degree, but she still has done some despicable things in her life. So
Thank God I'm not a method actor, right?
Sitting where I am, I'm happy too, yeah. So do you feel for her?
That's the thing. That was the interesting thing about Philippa Georgiou. I was very happy when Craig Sweeney, our writer, I mean, he was holed away for 2 years, more than 2 years, writing this and tweaking it and all that. But to start the movie with, that was such an amazing scene. You all saw that. Of course you saw that. When you open up and you see this beautiful girl, obviously she's been through a lot, and they draw you into this very intimate family home and that environment of just simple living, but so full of love and heart, right? And then you discover, to be the emperor, this is the choice you have to make, and there can only be one. And how do you, at that point, think anyone can make a choice like that? But like we always say, is it nurture and nature, right? Maybe it's a bit of both to be able to make that step. But they lived in that kind of world where was kill or be killed. And we find out very quickly that San, who didn't do that, still had everybody killed, and in the worst possible way. But I love that we're two but one, and that was Tunde. We reminded you constantly of that love. And so when I see that character like that, Philippa Georgiou, I look at that character, deep down inside, there is something there. It was, it's not something that she made up. It was there, and it's always been there. And that's why I think the crew from Discovery saw that as well. Much as they knew how all the atrocious things that she did, and even when she comes to the Prime, she sometimes say, yeah, just blow them up. What? And she looks at them with disdain, like, oh God, you guys are just so hopeless. You can't make up your mind, you can't do things right, just step out of the way. And that's the amazing thing about her, is you never really know when she's joking or she's not, and probably half the time she's not. So to get a chance to play someone like that, where you're always on your toes, but you can't hate her, because I think as us as human beings, we empathize, and that's what makes us human, and that in us there's always compassion and kindness, and that's, I think, our superpowers. So for me to explore Philip, to start off with the amazing captain who was kind and benevolent and much loved, and suddenly to in this, I don't know what she was at the beginning. She was just all powerful and scary, even to me sometimes. But we found those moments where it was funny. Things that came out of her mouth was like, I don't know whether to laugh or not, but if I don't, maybe I'm going to cry out of fear. So I did empathize with her, because she was lonely as hell. right? She was like the lone wolf, always, no one she could trust. And it was really, even her own daughter in the mirror universe was ready to kill her. Everybody was ready to kill her at any point. It was only in Discovery that she discovered she can, she was being hugged. Oh, God. She's being, like, taken care of. And that was it's good to discover that deep inside, you learn to forgive yourself. You learn to forgive. Yes, sometimes we take the wrong path. But if you think, oh, well, nobody's going to forgive me, I don't care about it, then that's even worse. So Section 31 was a redemption for her.
Well, let's talk about some practical, important stuff. Who complained more, Sam about his contacts or Rob about his costume?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me. I mean, you cannot compare
You see the point?
contact lenses to a 50 to 60 pound suit made of batteries and pain.
And Rob, don't forget, you also had to wear contact lenses sometimes.
And I had to wear contact lenses.
To wear contact?
Yeah, which, by the way, I can't do. And I was crying my eyes out and having panic attacks about it. But I was like, in Star Trek, we'll wear the lenses.
But these guys were amazing.
Rob is not high
really
maintenance, but he was high maintenance in this movie.
Dude, yeah. It was not my best hours, but it was my finest.
I want to get into some of the great, amazing fight sequences in the film, and I want to do it by way of a little video message that I got from an acquaintance. I got a chance to catch up with a mutual, Huy Quan, the other day, and Huy wanted to send in a little hello and message for his Everything Everywhere co-star. Let's take a look, shall we?
Hi guys, hi Josh. Hello, Michelle. First of all, congratulations on your brand new movie, Section 31. I'm so excited and I can't wait to see it. I miss you so much. We had such an incredible time making Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I still, to this day, I sometimes still think about that, and it puts me in a great mood. Anyway, you have an incredible career. You're such an amazing actress, and all your fans knows, the incredible action stuff that you do. And over the years, you have also worked with some really incredible male actors that are pretty good with martial arts. For example, you worked with Jackie Chan, Chow Yun-fat, Donnie Yen, Jet Li, and that guy, what's his name? Yes, Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so my question for you is, out of all your male co-stars, which of them physical abilities that impress you the most?
That is awesome. Well done.
No pressure.
Oh, no, I'll just ask them to fight it out.
Right.
Just sit and watch, man. Come on, Jackie, Key, and Chow. No, Chow will sit down with me, and we'll watch them.
Right, yeah. Fight for my love in front of me. That's the way to do it. I did want to say, not to go off topic too much, but it's the 25th anniversary of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. An all-time classic that really changed how we perceived how action could be done for most of the world that hadn't seen it done that way. Was it a game changer for you in terms of, you've done a lot of fighting in films before, but did that change your approach to marrying action with drama and acting at the time?
I think most important is Ang Lee who did that. Right, yeah. Because the Hong Kong action sequences, the way they choreograph, the way they create, the way they work, it's very, very different. Today I was on the Drew Barrymore show, and she did Charlie's Angels, right? And she said she brought over Master Yuen Woo-ping's brother because he was training them. And it's very, very different. We didn't at that point have the luxury of rehearsal time. So for example, when I did Crouching Tiger, I have no clue what kind of action sequences I'm going to get into. I just know my character very well and understand what the drama was behind that action sequence. So you're all dressed up. I get there, and I'm standing there with Master Yuen Waping Ang Lee and Peter Pao, our director, our DP, and I'm on top of the wall. Remember that sequence where we're in the walled area? I'm running on the roof, and then I'm standing on top of the wall, and they go, okay, so you run down this corridor, the side of the wall, up onto the ledge of the wall, and then down the wall. You pick up the stone and you throw it at the masked fighter. And you go like, down the side of the wall? Okay. I'm martial arts, right? I can do anything. So for us, the learning on the spot was something that I learned a lot from my days in Hong Kong. So which helped tremendously now when I go onto a film set, so I can spend less time with the rehearsal. In the way, but the most important thing, like you say, is the drama that propels it. Otherwise it's just two arms and two legs, flailing around. But for example, when we did in Section 31, and thanks to Gersha with the costumes, right, Tunde, right, and Chris Maguire, our stunt team, how do we pair them up? Like the first action sequence, Philippa Jojo doesn't really give two hoots about why she's doing that. She just wants to get that thing and get these lot out of her baram. So it's not, I know, it's okay. I love you guys.
Never welcome.
But, you were like infringing on my
No, it's fair,
thing.
It was fair.
So here, what the excitement was, how do we make the fights different? Apart from the drama that pushes it, where the fight sequence with San at the end is high intensity drama, right? That propelled that kind of fight. So through the collaboration, and it's a real collaboration in that sense that we talk about, what's the message here? Why are we doing this? We get this, and then they talk about face pots, and I don't know what the hell that was. But then with the costume, we said, well, she's an inventor, and she's had time on her hands, so she's going to be a walking lethal weapon. So the choker, our amazing glamorous choker, becomes this like dagger, and Mario, our props master, was like very carefully, can you imagine our prop master like putting Swarovski crystals on the dagger? And then the cape, you wanted the cape, right?
I wanted the cape,
yeah. Yeah, you wanted the cape. And so we figured, she has razor blades all along her cape, right? And then she has these bangles with her sleeves that opens up the force field so that when, she can take the hit. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. But I think all my years in training with the Hong Kong films, that's really helped very much. So I can, really sit down and go at it with you guys. But I did enjoy it. I think I do enjoy, like, for example, the high flair of the first one and also the very dramatic one, right? Where it wasn't just about fighting and beating, but why we were doing that.
We're going to add 4 more hours tonight so I can listen to Michelle Yeoh talk about fight scenes because that was amazing.
I'm sorry, I do get carried away.
That was awesome.
But watching these guys do it, it was like, oh, why don't I have muscle like that? I can just crash through a wall.
Since we can talk a little bit of spoilers, how'd we get Jamie Lee Curtis involved, guys? What happened? That's a nice surprise. Another Academy Award winner joining the fray. Is that an Everything Everywhere phone call?
We were, myself, Alex, and Craig were having a conversation about, okay, who should play Control? Like, who should be there at the end of the movie? I thought, oh, well, wouldn't it be great if it was somebody that we all know and recognize? And then we reached out to Michelle, well, is there anybody that you could think of? And then she said...
And then, of course, they say, could you call her?
That's right.
Right? And at first I thought about it. Yeah, we had that conversation, and we was like, and then I went back and thought, maybe it's taking advantage of your friend. Exactly. Someone then, I know a very good friend of hers, and I was talking to her, like, what do you think? Do you think? She says, take advantage of her. She'd expect you to do that. Yeah. And that's what I love about Jamie, is like if she's very committed. And when she's there for you, only if she believes in it. So obviously she did believe in it because she was busy. She was starting her own new movie. But she came. She did it. And she was great.
Sure did. She was great. She came in and killed it in 2 hours, in and out. It was fast. And it was actually the first day of principal photography. Yeah. You know, not many people know that. Yeah, we shot her first. The very last scene, we shot a big part of it first.
Amazing. Hey, we did that for Everything Everywhere All at Once too. Oh. The very last shot we shot on the first day. Yeah.
So I alluded to this earlier, that this is a film that kind of pushes at the boundaries of what Trek has been, and I think that's absolutely necessary as any franchise evolves. I'm just curious for you guys, you know, where do you want to see Trek go? Because it's great to honor kind of the traditions, but I don't know. I myself, I'm excited about seeing Starfleet Academy, and seeing this. And do any of you have votes on kind of like where you want to see Trek, what aspects you want to see it explore in the future that haven't been explored thus far?
You know, that's a great question. You know, we really pushed the limits on 31. And, you know, I thought Rob and Omari brought something like really special, you know, along with the rest of the cast. And they had these huge footsteps to follow in Michelle Yeoh's footsteps, Sonequa, Patrick Stewart, you go on, and I thought you guys were just killed it, and I hope you guys really appreciated what they were able to bring tonight. But I'm also, it's interesting, involved in SFA, and it's really interesting examining what's happening with Starfleet Academy. I don't want to say too much and get in trouble here, but it is an interesting way forward, and I think there's also a lot of untold stories for Section 31.
I was going to say, so yeah, do we see this, if anyone's voting here, a series of movies, an actual series? What do you envision exploring next with these
I don't
characters?
care as long as we do it.
Sequels? Do you think there'll be how many movies are we going to do? Do you think there'll be a TV show? Can you let us in?
Well, I think first we have to ask Michelle, and
Michelle, is there going to be a TV series or a movie?
You didn't hear what I just said. I said I don't care whether it's TV or movie. Just do it. Well, I just want to keep doing it, right? As long as we have our fans, we need your support to tell them yes. Yeah.
Are there any traits from your characters you would like to see in yourselves? What's a trait in your character that you admire that you could absorb, perhaps?
I mean, yeah.
Don't self-censor. You got something.
Come on, Michelle, you must have something. You must have something. She murders well.
I told you I'm not a method actor, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to come and beat you up afterwards.
Wow.
I said the thing that I take away from Zeph is his stupidity. I think you can get that. I admire his kindness and his goodness in the face of being the least intelligent person in every room.
Sometimes it's easier in life just to be a little stupid. Yeah. Omari, what about for you?
Through life is the best way.
It would probably be Alak has a
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
It's a true family. Yeah.
He's, you know what? He's a very much a cross T.
hot.
Come on, Michelle. He's very much a cross T.I guy. And I'm not as much that. I'm super, I execute really well, but I'm not so cross T. So, Gersha helped in terms of, could you imagine that? Could you imagine if Tuni and Alex Kurtzman and everybody hired me just because they liked the way I looked in Gersha's suit? That means anybody in here could have played a lock.
Bro, I know, Michelle ain't telling me I'm hot, so take it.
Yeah. And by the way, she's not telling me that either.
Yeah, it's only
I don't think she said it to him.
We're all desperate for Michelle to say we're hot.
So in
accept
addition
the
to being,
compliment. Yeah.
In addition to being an amazing talent, you are hot.
I need Key to come back. Is he back? Come back. Not fair.
Hey,
Working my ass off in Shakespeare, Meisner for fucking 30 years. What the hell did that do for me? You're just hot, buddy.
Hot.
Great. I wasted a lot of freaking money.
To be hot. Okay, talented as well.
All right, so much for the sequel. You guys are never working together again. This is what the end of a press tour looks like, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. 92 why? Why?
Michelle, you have become, I mean, no surprise, every genre film wants you. Not only, Marvel and Star Trek, you're gonna be in Avatar. You're gonna be in a Blade Runner series. I'm very excited about this. Are you gravitating towards that kind of work, or is it coming your way? What is up with you just occupying this space in the genre world right now, you think?
I think we're like Magnus.
Have you shot Blade Runner yet? Just from my nerd.
We still have 3 more weeks left. We've been shooting since last July. Oh God. Yes, it's been fantastic. It really is. It's an incredible world, and I'm working with this beautiful, brilliant young actress, Hunter Schafer. So we have fun. She's hot too.
Michelle hasn't looked in the mirror lately.
Never seen someone more
By
sad
the
to
way,
be called hot.
we
Yeah.
did not know about Blade Runner.
No, that's the most exciting thing
Castmates,
ever.
did you guys know about?
Yeah, I didn't know
This
this
is.
was everything.
So, wait, what, Casey?
No, but I agree.
we didn't. We're just idiots.
Oh, the ladies knew. We didn't know about Blade Runner.
We're excited.
Where have you been the last few months?
We didn't.
Yeah, we're spending another hour talking Blade Runner and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, okay?
Yeah.
And Avatar. Are you kidding? Like,
Wow.
well, I'm just going to go and be in either the first, second, or third most expensive movie of all, like the biggest grossing movie of all time after the other 2 Avatars.
Okay, time is sadly running short, so I'm going to give you guys the happy, sad, confused, profoundly random questions. Are you ready? Yep. Here we go, guys. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Unanimous.
Oh, poor cats.
Sorry, Sam Richardson.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
a
not
cat guy.
representing the cats? Okay. What do you guys collect?
What do we collect?
Did you collect
Soundtracks.
anything?
Oh, awesomeness.
Soundtracks.
Soundtracks?
Yeah, records for me, old records.
I mean, I collect kind of 1,000 different things from 1,000 different properties. I've got every version of the Normandy that's ever been like minted. I've got like crazy action figures. I'm one of you.
You're that guy, yeah. You're in a safe place. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I spend all my money on toys.
Least surprising news ever. I got you. Michelle, do you collect anything?
I feel seen.
Besides awards
Collect
for
watches.
Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes, I do. I collect watches.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
watches. Crazy watch
swatches.
collection.
I know.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you.
What is the best video game of all time?
Galaga.
Galaga. Yeah, old school. I like it. Yeah, I'm with you.
No, it's not.
I just said it was.
That
I
hurts
just
his heart
said it
for you to
was.
say that.
But it's not, is it?
What are you gonna say, Pac-Man?
No, you can sit there and say Tetris is.
What are you gonna say,
No,
Pac-Man?
They're important games, but I mean, have
gonna
you played
leave.
Mass Effect? Have you played Horizon? Have you played Assassin's Creed? Like,
You
there
see,
are so many good
do you
games.
see what we mean by high maintenance? Like you can't, like it's just.
We've got a
It's
right
just-
cast here, hot and
Like,
high
let's
maintenance.
be real.
Galaga.
Gallagher.
Well, I got one from my
Most-
childhood that I don't know that anybody will ever remember. Super Nintendo, ActRaiser.
No, I was.
Okay.
That got 0 votes at the party.
Well,
Does anybody have an interesting wallpaper on their phone? What's the wallpaper on your phone? Does it reveal anything about yourself? No?
Mine is my dogs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last actor any of you were mistaken for? Does it ever happen? An actor you were mistaken for. Does it ever happen?
Lucy Liu,
got one.
Gong Li, Z. I did Memoirs of a Geisha. 2 days, 3 days, I was mistaken for every one of them.
How about this? The worst note a director has ever given you.
That's
Was it you told me today? What did you
Besides
say today?
Tunde, of course, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, you get a reprieve.
Yeah.
I was on a show once and I did a scene and I was feeling pretty good about it, and the director walked up to me and he just stood in front of me and he kind of went, and he was doing this thing with his hand. He was like trying to figure out how to, he started doing this and then he just went, you know what? Just be better. Thank you very much, Pete. That was very useful.
what was his name?
Pete. Yeah, go to hell, Pete.
Where's Pete now? Where's Pete?
I think he's teaching in my old drama school. Funny enough.
That's amazing. Anything stick out? You don't have to name names. Does any bad direction you've received over the years, Omari, Michelle?
There's always bad direction.
What's not helpful? What do you not like hearing from a director generally?
When directors start acting.
Line readings, that kind of thing? Not
Yeah,
so-
line read and like actual physical movement of how they want your face to like stop. You just turn. Just turn. Talk to the head.
I'm going to act, you're going to direct, and we're just going to do it. Yeah.
No, I don't like directors when they're not prepared. You know, because when you're on set, you're wasting everybody's time. And when questions starts coming out, it's why do you do this? What's the motivation? It's like, hell no. Please.
And finally, in the spirit of Happy, Sad, Confused, the name of my beloved podcast, an actor that always makes you happy. You see them on screen, you immediately light up. You're in a better mood.
Oh, that is a great question.
Yeah.
So you see, no, an actor, a particular actor, whenever they're on screen, you're in a better mood. Is there an actor that you always gravitate towards?
Yeah, one, rest in peace, James Earl Jones always made me
yeah.
happy.
Great one. Yeah.
Robin Williams. He was.
Robin Williams comes up a lot. He is a frequent answer.
I always loved Audrey Hepburn.
Nice.
Well, excluding current company, Denzel Washington.
Excellent.
Imagine a film with those four.
Which one?
Those four? I'm saying, like, Tunde just named Denzel, and so he's saying even when he's like, King Kong ain't got nothing, you still happy.
I'm still happy.
Yeah!
I'm still happy.
Do it again!
A movie that makes you sad always makes you tear up, makes you emotional. What movie makes you sad?
Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good one.
I feel hopeful too, but it makes me sad.
I was talking about this today, actually. I was doing a podcast, and we got into this moment. I was at Katie Sackhoff's podcast, and we were talking about Moana. And you know that bit at the end where she's got the heart of Tafiti, and Tafiti is rushing towards her, and she's so crazy angry, and Moana's singing, "I can see it inside," and you're just like, no, don't, like give her heart back, and like it just brings a tear. We were literally just crying about it on the pod. I mean, it's sad, but it's absolutely like Moana. I am such a stereotype.
You're such
You've really revealed too much today. And unless you have an answer, I have a final question.
No.
That's okay. And final question, most importantly, a food that makes you confused. You don't get it. Why do people like that? What's up with that food?
Yeah.
You got one?
escargot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
Calling you out like he's going to get escargot tonight, right after that. Sardines are confusing to me.
Sardines, okay.
Yeah.
Same family.
Yeah, same.
Rob?
Turkish delight.
Oh, yeah.
What is? That's not a sweet. What is it? It's not, it doesn't taste. It's just powder and gelatin. It's horrible.
Your voice is cracking. What's happening?
No delight in it. It's all like it's misery.
You're enraged. And
Thank
finally,
you guys for coming to see our comedy show.
close us out, Michelle. A food you don't get.
Couscous.
Couscous. There it is, guys.
Like hairs in you.
I can't bite into it.
Where'd you get that question? That's a great question.
Well, there's always one in the group.
What about you? What about you?
yeah.
Food?
I'm not a beets person. I can't get behind beets.
Because you're confused.
I love beets.
Because you think you're dying later that night, right? You think you're dying. You think you're dying later that night.
Right. The super hot Omari Hardwick and the cast and director of Star Trek Section 31, everybody. Spread the good word on Paramount Plus. Thank you for coming out tonight, guys.
And so ends another edition of Happy, Sad, Confused. Remember to review, rate, and subscribe to this show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm a big podcast person. I'm Daisy Ridley, and I definitely wasn't pressured to do this by Josh.